This is a video response to a composition of functions question. As you can see, they're asking us for a composition of two functions, but we're using pictures to do it. So this is going to require a little bit of explanation. You may need to also start the video again and listen to it again if you feel like you don't quite understand. But I'm going to try to go slow and write down everything I can. So first thing, they're asking us to find f of g of 4. So what we really need to focus on is finding this inside piece, inside the parentheses, the g of 4. So g of 4, really what they're telling us is that x equals 4. And the reason I know that is they've replaced the x with a 4. So what we want to do is we want to go to the graph and we want to look at where x equals 4, and we want to find the y value at that point. So at x equals 4, y is 0. So g of 4 is 0. And just to note, this is just another way of writing the ordered pair for 0. Okay, now the point is, though, that g of 4 equals 0. And they want us to find f of g of 4. So what they're really asking us is to find f of 0. So we're going to go to the f graph now and look at where x equals 0 and figure out what the y value is there. So x equals 0 right here, and in that case the y value is 2. So the answer to this is 2. Okay, so let's try it again. This one, they're giving us f of 5. So they're telling us that x equals 5. But because we're looking at f, we're going to go to the graph for function f, go to where x equals 5, and look at the y value, and there, the y value is 4. So f of 5 equals 4. Now we're going to plug that into g, because they want to know g of f of 5. So they really want to know g of 4, because f of 5 equals 4. So now I'm going to go to this graph, and we happen to know we already did this. G of 4 is 0, because when x equals 4, y equals 0. Okay, now this gets a little funny. F of 2. So let's find f of 2. So f of 2 is when x equals 2, and that occurs at y equals 5. So what we're going to do is plug 5 back into f. So we're going to find f of 5. So we're going to use the graph of f twice. So x equals 5 at 4. Okay, g of 1. So g of 1, looking at the graph for g, in that case, when x equals 1, y equals 2. So now we're going to plug back into the g function this time, again, and find what y is when x equals 2. And that is 5.